Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Scotland's First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, has called for a new national conversation on Scottish independence. At a gathering of the SNP in Stirling, she's announced the party plans to contact 2 million people over the next 3 months to get their views on the issue, 2 years after it was rejected in a referendum. Our Scotland editor Sarah Smith looks at why the SNP leader is choosing to raise the subject now.
In Stirling, the monument to Braveheart himself, William Wallace, celebrates the historic struggle for Scottish independence. But in more recent times, just 2 years ago, the people here voted decisively to remain part of the UK. These are the voters Nicola Sturgeon says her party must listen to if they're to remake the case for independence.
It will be a new debate. It will not be a rerun of 2014.
The arguments may have changed since Britain voted to leave the EU, but they have not got any easier. And if the SNP thought the Brexit result would produce a surge in support for Scottish independence, they will have been very disappointed by recent opinion polls, which show little change.
There are no shortcuts to independence. If we want to be independent, and I think it's the best future for Scotland, then we must persuade a majority of people, and we must start, before we start talking to them, listening to what they've got to say.
Every MP, MSP and ordinary party member will be asked to survey at least 15 voters, adding up to an ambitious 2 million conversations in the next 3 months. Sending SNP members out all across Scotland to listen to people's concerns about independence won't necessarily change the minds of any sceptical voters, but that's not the point. What it will do is keep eager activists busy and keep the momentum going, while the party try to come up with the answers to some tough economic questions. Figures published just last week showed Scotland spends nearly £15 billion more than it raises in taxes. That deficit will make a new case for independence an even harder sell than it was in 2014.
If Nicola Sturgeon really was listening to the people of Scotland, she'd know that they don't want to be dragged back to another divisive referendum. What people in Scotland want is the government to do the job they were elected to do, which is help improve our hospitals and our schools. Keep their eye on the day job, not drag us back to a referendum.
Nicola Sturgeon would dearly love to lead Scotland to independence. Brexit may have given her the opportunity to stage a second referendum, but it also raises a whole new set of problems. That's why she hasn't yet definitely committed to holding another vote. Today, the SNP say they want to listen to people's concerns. Before they launch a new independence campaign, they'll have to find ways to address those concerns, and that will be a lot harder. Sarah Smith, BBC News, Stirling.